Hello, I'm Robert Reber. I'm an up-and-coming director of photography. I'm sitting here with Jennifer Phillips. You do...
Post-production.
Post-production, awesome. And so I have a question that refers to the relationship between the director of photography and post-production. A lot of the DPs with the new technology like raw and flat picture styles are worried about their artistic image and their color schemes getting changed by the producer and the editors. Is there any way that the director of photography could protect themselves, or should they be even afraid of that?
I think that the first thing is a lot of DPs are afraid of just that. And a lot of times the DP and the director work so closely together that they've developed this look and they want that look. And the first thing to realize is that everybody's there to serve that creative vision and nobody's there to undermine the DP. I mean, you guys are visionaries and you work so hard on getting the lighting right and making everybody look good. But a lot of DPs don't stop to think that along the course of 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 3 months of shooting, that while that look maybe seemed really good, once they get to the cutting room, it doesn't work anymore. Or you need that shot, but now you've locked in that time of day, that beautiful orange filter, but you need it now for, 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's the perfect shot, but now that color is locked in there. So it's nice to have things raw and flat so that you can do everything and take advantage of all the tools and all the windows and all the possibilities and create that look, and at the same time not be locked into something later on. If you change your mind, or the director changes their mind, or the producer changes their mind. The other thing that we run up against in distribution when you're an executive in distribution is foreign markets. And if you lock into a look, certain foreign markets won't accept it. And it has nothing to do with them not being creative. It has to do with how that color translates to the set in that country. And that it doesn't look the same as it does here because of the differences in the cycles per second for the electricity.
Right.
Truthfully.
And so is there any, how common is it for a director of photography to sit in on, I mean, I know back when there used to be film, they used to sit in on color timing sessions.
Sometimes.
And so how far does the director of photography goes in post? Or is it once that timing session is done?
It's okay, so once shooting is done, what happens to that DP? Does he have any control? Does he have any input, is what you're asking. And he does. While certain DPs will write into the contract that they have to be at color timing unless they're otherwise busy.
Right.
If your DP's in England, you can't hold color timing for 3 months if your episode goes on the air in 2 weeks. So they'll send notes back. And as a post-production supervisor, I honor those notes because the last thing I want is to make an enemy of a DP.
Right.
I mean, truthfully. And you want to be able to work with them in the future. And I actually had a DP who locked in a look and he color timed something a certain way. And about 2 years later, he was redoing his reel, and I got a call asking if I had the flat footage. Wow. Because he decided he wanted to show it a before and after, what it looked like before. So he wanted that flat footage, and we had it. So I was able to say, yeah, hey, I've got that, and send it to him for his reel.
One more quick question. And is there an equivalent to color timing now in the digital spectrum?
Well, you're still color timing in the digital spectrum. It's still a color timing session.
Is it?
You're just doing it with, different tools.
Different tools?
Yeah.
What kind of tools are those?
Well, you're doing it with digital color timing. You've got digital technicians. We're still using scopes and looking at levels of blacks and whites, and it's all basically the same animal.
Just
it's
digital?
It's just a digital tool as opposed to the old days of filters.
Right. And just different, the red, blues, and greens, I believe, right? Yeah. Awesome. All right, thank you. I have a couple more questions. Hope you could stay around, and we'll be right back.